Yep. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday we started designing one project, and I implemented the basic concepts inside that. So let's design this. So we have a React White app, and in this application, what we are doing already, we created our own API here. For that, in package JSON, we given a shortcut, or better, we give a shortcut here. So this is node API server.js. That is API server.js we are using. And here we have two options. What is it? One is npm run API, npm run view. This is our own created command. What is that command to start our API? npm run API. It is going to start the API, which is at 4040 port number. Next, what we are going to do, we are going to use another one. What is it? Our project also we will start in another terminal. What is that? npm run dev. So that is to start our project. Let's API must start compulsory. For that we given a shortcut command. Now how do we run this? Open this local host. So we are designing a simple video library application with a few functionalities which already we discussed. So in this two logins are there, user login and admin login. So what is admin login? Admin user can log in, and when admin logins, he can view the videos available. Yesterday I showed you we can add a video. Now we need to implement two concepts. What are those? Edit video and delete video. For that, our APIs are already there. What is on put method, on delete? Where is our API endpoint? In server? API CJS we created. This API CJS is having a edit video, which is used for modifying. Same as you done in to-do application. So will you do this by yourself? Already I showed you to-do application. In edit, how to collect the data. Edit has to send the ID of this video. On this link click, what we have to do? Go to edit video. Edit video, we have to send the ID of that particular video. Because in our app route, in the app.tsx, in the routing, we have a edit video expecting ID. We are having edit video expecting ID. So what we have to do, pass the ID. So let's go to admin dashboard. In our components, we will go to admin dashboard. In admin dashboard, we are displaying video. This video should take to an ID. ID will be current video ID. So here we need to put a dynamic expression here slash, what is it? Edit video slash ID. ID dynamically coming from where? Video dot what? Video ID. We need to send the current video ID. Delete also same na? Because delete also expecting an video ID. So what we need to do? Slash delete video, delete videos and slash, and we need to pass video ID. We need to set the video ID. So we are passing the video ID here. So edit and delete videos are ready. Edit and delete video related navigation is ready. When user clicks on edit, then it will go to edit video. Right? So when user clicks on delete, it will go to the delete video. So now what we have to do in edit video, so there is an edit video related. We have an edit video, admin edit video. Here we need to create a link. We need to create a link. So what is the link? Link to where? We will link to slash admin dash. We will link to admin dash and we will say back, or we will here actually it should be what? Cancel. Later we will put that cancel option. So class as btn what? Some warning something. That means edit video is having a cancel option, then it will go back to the dashboard. And delete video also same. First edit video we will implement. In edit video, what should happen? I have to collect the video details and display. How to collect the video details? Already we know. What we will do? let params is equal to use params because we have to collect the route parameters. Okay, next. After that, we need to collect a specific video based on ID. So then what you have to do? We have a constant video set video is equal to use state. It is what type? Video contract type. Video contract type. It is a video contract type. Now what we have to do when use effect, that means when component mounts, we need to perform a functionality. What is the functionality? When component mounts, we have to collect the video axios dot what? Get http:// so 127001 colon, what is it? 4040 slash, how to get specific video? We have to get the specific video based on ID. So in API, in the get method, you have to have a video/ID. What this video/ID is going to do? Get a specific video. So we need to use it. So what is it? Videos/ID. ID is coming from where? Params dot what? ID na? Params have an ID. Actually that ID is what? So how the parameter is passed here? Edit, the parameter is directly ID. And the parameter name we given as ID. So we will use ID. In the route, the parameter name is ID. In the route parameter, what ID we defined, we have to configure that. Next, what? We have to use it then. Response. And what we need to do? So we need to define. What else we need to define? So set video response dot what? Data. we are collecting the video details. Now what we have to do is, whatever the video details we collected, it is inside the video. We need to assign that into the formic. That means we need to configure what? Constant formic. Formic. Okay, use formic. In the formic, we need what? Initial values. What do you say initial values have? Same, video underscore ID. The video ID is coming from video dot video ID. It is coming from video ID. It is coming from the video ID. Next, what? Title is coming from title. Same. So what it is? Video dot title. It is coming from title. What is next one? Description. Description is coming from video dot what? Description. Next, what? URL is coming from. So URL is coming from video dot what? URL. Next, what? We have views are likes. Likes are coming from video dot likes, and dislikes. So video dot what? Dislikes. And the views, and it is video dot what? Views. Next, what? Category underscore ID. It is coming from video dot category underscore ID. All these details are coming. Next, what? On submit. On submit, we have to collect the video details, and we need to push that into the database. How do we update now? We need to update into the database. What to do? Update Axios dot what? Axios dot which method? Put method. On put, where to put? http://127001:4040/ what is it? Edit video slash ID. ID is what? ID is coming from params.id. And what is the data? Data is nothing but the video. We have to define. So after you configured here, so we will put an alert. So video updated, or just we will put a simple redirection. Where to redirect, navigate, we will declare. Let navigate is equal to use navigate. After video is edited, we will navigate. Navigate to which path? We should navigate to the particular path. What is the problem here? Acha, here itself. We should navigate. Navigate to which location? Navigate to /admin dash. We need to navigate to admin dashboard. That's ready. But you learned edit option requires a lot of things to do. You remembered in to do edit, I showed you that we cannot modify the data because it is one-way binding. One additional thing you have to implement. What is it? One additional concept you have to implement. Otherwise, it will not allow to modify. What is it? Have you practiced a to-do application completely? If you don't do that, then it's not good. You have to practice the complete end-to-end application. You should able to do all these by yourself now. Edit, update, because already we showed only data is changing, API is changing. What is the option? Enable reinitialize true. We have to set up an option. Enable reinitialize, we have to set it to true. Right now, one more thing we have to do. We need to design the form. And how do we design the form? Here you need to get one more. Add video is there. Na? In add video, you have your loaded categories. Here also you need categories. That means because edit requires, yeah, we need to load the categories also. And this is categories contract. Import categories contract. You need to import categories also. And load categories related one logic we written. This load categories also we have to do. That load categories function also you need, and we need to load categories on this. Why you need this? Because the categories must be displayed from drop down. We have to collect them and display that. Okay. And one more thing, what you have to do is same form we have to design. Same form, but little change we have to do. Huh? Same form I will copy. The same form we have to create in this edit. But in that form, what we have to do, handle submit is same. Here we need to add one more thing extra. What is it? We have to collect the formic value and bind it here. So what we have to do? Value. Value is coming from where? Formic dot what? Values. Values dot what? Which value? Video ID. We have to bind the value. For every element we have to do. You need to practice the example what I given, CRUD operation. Because in every interview, the CRUD operation example is very regularly asked for a fresher. For a fresher, what they ask in interview, show me CRUD operations. That means create, read, insert, update, delete, everything you have to do. So something, right. So, oh, who is this? Yes. Very good. Yes, some Naidu. Congratulations. He got offers on React JS. Very good. Able to crack the interviews. Okay. Good. Congratulations. Good package. Fine. Very good. Right. Yeah. So in general interviews, usually they have they used to ask only these kind of operations. What are those? CRUD operations. What we learned in React FAQs, I given topic wise. If you get prepared with that, that is enough. You will get similar type of questions everywhere. You have to know that. You should practice these concepts, right? Project is something which we will help up to certain extent. Other rest you have to do. So I will give another project, complete source code. You try it. Huh? So here I will just put these values. This is what title and what else? Value. Another one is what? Formic dot values dot what? Description. This value is formic dot values dot URL. What about this one? Value formic dot values dot what is it? Likes. This is value. formic dot values dot dislikes. Views value is formic dot values dot views, and a category ID. This also have a value formic dot values dot category ID. Okay. And this is the edit form that we have done. And here button name is not added. Here we will give as what? Save video. So we will put a save video button, and the cancel button we will keep beside it. So MX2. Okay. Usually when I click on edit, this is the edit video. It will get all the details and it will allow to modify. So for Java by Mr. some, okay, and lambda expressions in Java, something modifications we are doing, some changes we are doing, and we click on save video, it should save. Whatever modifications we have done, it is updated. That means it changes the video. Other details we are not showing here. When I go here, what is it? So local host, what is it? 4040 slash what? Videos. It should get the videos, and you see those videos are modified here. Huh? You see those videos are modified here. Right. So editing the video, how we can modify the video. For that is the basic logic you need to implement. If I say cancel, then it will cancel. So AWS Cloud Front. So edit AWS some cloud front. And I say save video, it saves that video. I think delete you can implement. You try that. So because already we show how to delete. When I click on delete, that video details should come and ask, are you sure? Yes. Then which method should execute? API delete method should execute, right? Another important is here, sign out. It will sign out. User login. I will go to user login. Here user can login. What you do? You create register also. In user login, I will not create register. I will create a simple login and dashboard. In the user dashboard, user can watch the videos uploaded by admin, right? Keys, everything you have to do. I will not implement them. You have to implement everything. Just only additional things I will tell you here. So what I will do in the user login screen, where is user login component? This is user login component, and here I will create a data list, data term, user ID, data definition, input type is text. Okay, and name is user ID. We have another data term, that is what? Password. And the password is input type password. This is also name. Name is what? Password. We will check whether the data of users is same or not. I think already I have 2 users here. Huh? So you see these users are there. So user ID and password. Those 2 details are enough for verification. Okay. Now here we put a button login. So BTN and BTN primary or warning something. Okay, type is what? Submit. And here I will put another div margin y2, and here I will keep a link. This link is nothing but link to register user, and new user register, So like this, I given an option. And obviously the login will come like this. The register form you design. When register is clicked, user ID, username, password, email, we have to collect that and store. I will design only login. In the login, we will verify the user ID password. If user ID password are correct, then we will go to user dashboard. In user dashboard, user must able to watch the videos uploaded by admin, right? Must watch the videos. Okay. So what you have to do, let's go to the login screen, and you know how to design. So what we do, navigate is equal to use navigate. How to create a user login, same like admin login, right? Admin login we created now. Same like admin login we have to do, just we have to make some changes. So I will copy all this and I will put here in user login. I will add all of this. I think use navigate and link are also already there. Okay. Next, in admin login, you have a formic with password and all. I will copy this. User login also will have the formic, but here cookies are not defined. Cookies also we will define. Admin login is using cookies, and user login also will have cookies. Okay. Next, what? So we need to get here two details. Initial values are user ID and password. And here I will just use the contract heading details, response.data. This is user ID. Okay, is matching with password. This is matching with user ID. Cookie will be created. It will navigate to which dashboard? User dashboard. Means all logics are invalid user ID. Okay. All the logic is same like what we have done. And here we have to get what? Users. We need to get the users data. Okay, that's fine. Okay, this is user ID. We'll put a cookie called user ID. Fine. Next, this is cookie name. Cookie name is what? User ID. We will put the user ID here. Okay. Next, what else we need to implement? Formic. So formic have to design everything in a form. We will make sure that these are in a form. So here we have on submit formic dot handle submit, and here we need change. On change formic dot handle change. Okay. I will copy these two. Fine. Now user login is also ready. I just copied and I used that, right? Now what we have to do, when user enters the user ID, who are the users? John NIT, password is John11. John underscore NIT and password is John11. That is the password. Login, it will say invalid user ID. Why? uh, as I copied and pasted here, it is not admin ID, it is what? User ID. User ID should match. Admin ID, wherever is there, you make sure that you changed it. Okay, fine. Now I will enter John and admin. Now it is user dashboard. What we want to see in user dashboard? All the, here we will display the cookies, who logged in, user details, and who is that user, the dashboard we will get. Actually in cookies, better you put here, not user ID, username. Username is there? No. We copied only user ID. Yeah? If you, here user ID only we given. Username also if we have given, then we can send the username. Oh, it's fine, no problem. Now what we do, here we have to display the username. Let's go to the user dashboard. In user dashboard, you have to get the cookies. Now here what we do, we should load all the videos and show him. Logged in, his name and all the videos. So we need same like admin dashboard. Huh? Where is admin dash? Yeah. In admin dashboard, whatever the logics are there. So let me copy this. And I will keep the same in user dashboard. In user dashboard, we are having same. Okay. In admin dashboard, cookies, navigate, use effect, all these are same. Huh? Sign out click also same. Copy this, and in user dashboard we are copying same, all of them. Okay. Next, what we have to do in user dashboard? In a user dashboard, just you will display the username here. How to get the username? You'll put a span. Here we have to get what? Cookies. Cookies of, it is not admin ID. We will get what? User ID. So cookies, this is not admin ID, user ID. So we will get the user ID. Okay, here cookies of what? User ID. We are collecting the user and displaying who logged in. And after that, we will put a sign out button also. So we put a button, sign out. So on click, what is it? Sign out click. Okay, that is the function it should execute. Here I will just put deflex, justify content between. Okay, this is the user dashboard. We have a sign out button also. So class btn link. Okay, it looks like a link button. That is fine. Now what we want here is, here we want to display all the videos in a card style. Details of the video in a card style. So just like how YouTube shows the videos, in a card style. So we will put a card style of videos. What you do, create a section here. In the section, I will keep deflex, flex wrap. Okay. And here we will create videos dot what map. Read every video. For every video, we will design a card. So margin 2, padding 2, and every card will have a style. And width of card I will give as 300 pixel. Okay, and this will have a key. Key will be video ID. And here at the top, we will have a card header. In card header, we want to show the video preview. So we will put an iframe. Iframe, so width is equal to 100%. Height is equal to some 300 or 200. Okay. SRC is coming from where? Video.url. That is the iframe we are having in the card header. Now we will have another one. Card body. You try material cards and all, huh? Right? I'm just using basic. Now in the body, what we want to display? So we want to display video title. So this is in a heading video title. In a paragraph, we have a video description. Okay. And we have div, class name is card footer. In the card footer, I will use a button here. So class BTN is enough. BI thumbs up, hand thumbs up, and here we will put as, so this is video dot what likes. So we have another button here. So this is thumbs down. So and we have video dot what dislikes. And here we have another button. This is like BI. So I fill. Okay. And here video dot what views. We are displaying those views. And you can see the videos, all the videos are displayed like this. That means whatever the videos are there, we are displaying like a dashboard. Height, I will change this to 200. And these are the videos we are having. Now what is the point is, so we need to implement here. I already told you, I will give you some basic tasks, you have to try them, right? So this is heading 5. Okay. Small links we will define there. Okay. Now what is another one you have to do is, I will give a div only. Just I will give here class font weight bold. That is enough. That's enough. Now what is the point here is, you have to implement some options. What are those options? So just I am giving here, where is it? Yeah, I will create a div. I will create a div. In this div, another div. This is actually class my3. And this is having a class as input group. And here we have a input type is text. And what we need to do is button class BI search, BTN and BTN warning. And here we have a placeholder. So search videos. So Java, AWS, React, like this we are defining something. So here, and this is class as form control. And this is having width W50. And this is a search bar. Now what is your job? When user types here Java and clicks on search, only those videos should come. How? You have to collect the value. We have to check the video category name is matching with Java. If it is matching, load only those videos. Already we done this in shopper template. Shopper, which one? Fake store. We can search by name and only those will come. I already showed you that. You have to implement the same here. If you have tried the shopper example that I given fake store, you can filter by category, drop down, search box I given. You can try. Already I given this. Just we are implementing that here. Right? You implement the search option here. Search option is user can search the videos based on the categories. Another option is when user clicks the button, this counter should increment and store in the likes of database. These are all your jobs. If I show everything, what is use? No use. You have to try. Now at this level, you should be able to do this. Because what you have to do, collect the value, increment by 1 and update into video. How to update into video? Already we have put method. No? You can update all details or you can update only specific details. When user clicks the button, like counter should increase and it should store in the database. When user clicks this button, it should do. Now when user clicks on this video should open separate. Then when it opens separate, view counter should increase. Understood? How to open this separately? You remembered in fake store I showed you view details of video. No? I showed you a routing example in fake store. User selects a category, category related products will come. User selects a product, the product detail will come. Am I right? When I click this area, what it should do? It should get only that video in a large screen. There I can watch the video. Here also I can watch the video. If I click on this, it is going to play the video there. That video will play here. But when user clicks, it can open separately and display the video. Their views count should increase. Here likes count should increase. Dislikes count should increase. You should be able to do this. Now, if you can do this, that means one more thing you should implement is what? Register user, login user. That means remember user cannot add videos. These videos depends on admin. Admin will add the video, then user can watch the video. If admin deletes a video, that video will be deleted. Right? So videos depending on that. Suppose you see now YouTube Naresh IT and I will go here. I will select some video. Some videos are there. In our category, Java API, something is there. Okay. I will copy the video code. So here we will go there. And now what we need to do, this is user. So what we will do is we will open a new tab. So here we will go to home. Home is there. It is not 3000. No, this is a different IP. Okay. This is home. Oh, I will copy this one. And this is the home. Home is not directly open the main. Admin will log in here. David admin and David 11. This is admin. Admin will add a new video. The video code is this one. Let me copy this. Video code is this. I will add a new video. Video is 3 and title is something like what is that? Java API. Yeah? What is the video? Is that functional interfaces? Okay, and here we have some stream API URL is http://www.youtube.com youtube.com/ what embed slash what we have to do, paste the video link, likes, dislikes, views, category is what? Java, and add video, the video is added. Now third one is ready. Now when user watches them, then in this third video also comes, right? So user can just watch the videos. So user can watch the videos, admin can add or remove those videos, or modify those videos, right? Now that is the concept we created. Now in this, what we have to do is, I will means I given so many things for you to implement. Create a user registration form, right? Implement search, implement views. That means I will give you so that you remember them. So what you have to, I will upload this project into the classroom. What you have to do is, so concepts to implement. So here what you have to do, functionalities I will give. To implement, what you have to implement, likes counter must increase and store in database. Another point is, so likes, dislikes, okay. User must able to view the video separately. So, and it must increase the views count separately in a new route. Okay, that's what we need to do. It must increase the view count, and user must able to search by category. You can even use or title. Title also you can try. Why? Because you learned string function. In string functions of JavaScript, you learned how to find a word inside a string. Inside title, video title, if that string is found, get the video and display the video. You can try that also. So you must implement these functionalities. Now I will use another one. What is the concept is here? In this, these you have to do, and user can register a new account. User registration form, and these all things you have to try. And what additionally you have to do is set up validation while adding, editing videos. You have to set up validation. Validation means what? Video title required, video description required. Video description cannot be more than, title cannot be more than 100 characters, like that. We can put restrictions. And what should be the format of URL? URL should be in URL format. You know, HTML have a URL validation, email validation, URL validation is also there. You have to put a URL validation. Likes, dislikes, ID, all must be what type? Number type. Views, everything should be number type. You put validations also into that. So while editing, updating, you have to put the validation. And what is your job is, once functionality is achieved, create a good user interface. Good user interface. Now, here one more thing we will do. What we will do here is, this video, beside the video description or title, where is the title? Yeah, or description. Here in this footer area, we will put a button, class. So class name btn, bi, and bi. So download is there. So here I say watch later. That is the button we are adding there. Watch later. Now, actually, watch later, or it is not downloading the video. So what we can do, bi, I plus is there, I plus is not there, slash plus is not there, slash is there, it is not there. I will do one thing, icons get bootstrap, and here save, okay, I. So here save, download is only the similar option. Okay, so say wish list is not there. Heart, yeah, you can put a wish list. Heart plus is there. Yeah, fine. You can, because bootstrap icons is not having all icons. What you can do is, so you can put a simple one. So this is what? So BI, we have a BI. I download. Okay. Now what is our intention here is, when user clicks on this one, it should save separately. Just you remembered in the fake store, we implemented add to cart. So when user clicks on this button, here I want to show some icon. So in that icon, what we need to display? So how many items are in the wish list, right? So actually, this will be BI plus is that. Okay, this is plus. I'm just adding a plus. When user clicks on this, what should happen? It should save in one collection. And that collection, later I must able to watch, see that collection. Just like you remembered, in fake store, we created add to cart. Add to cart button will add item into the cart and we can view those cart items. We implemented that functionality. Now, when user clicks on watch later, what should happen is, so here in the search bar, already there is a search bar here. So here temporarily, I will put a button. So here my list, that is the button. So class btn, bi plus. So plus, and we have btn. Okay, my list will display like this. That means this you can keep anywhere. I just kept here. You can keep that anywhere. So suppose in the header part, before the sign out, here itself, Before the sign out, I am adding another button somewhere after the name. Yeah. And you can see it will display like this. This is my list. When I click on my list, what it should do, it should show the list of what videos he saved to watch later. That means when I click watch later, I need to collect this and put in a collection. And that collection should open when user clicks on my list. Now this collection is a temporary collection, not permanent. It will not be stored in database, but it will be there until user sign out. Until user sign out, it will be available. From any place he can watch. Means from search location he can watch individual video, he can watch anywhere he go, this list will be available. That means how to keep this list in such a way that it is accessible from any session. Then we have to create this as global. We have to create this as global. That means we have to configure as application memory. I told you session state, application state. We need an application memory. For that, previously what we implemented, to maintain an application state for React application, what we done previously, we learnt about context memory. We learnt about memories, different memories. So maintain a global state. What we done? To maintain a local state, we have use state. Context state, we have a context, use context. We used use context also. Global state, you are not practicing. Huh? For global state, we used use reducer. You remembered use reducer. I explained detail about reducer. What is use reducer? It maintains application memory. In application memory, you can store a value. You can access and use from any location. So state management, if you are not perfect, you are not a web developer. Any technology. And you, in every technology, state management plays the key role, and you should know answer for every question asked related to state management. Otherwise, you are not eligible for any interviews in any technology. Java, .NET, PHP, Python, every technology, state management, if you are not perfect, you can't crack interviews. Because majority of questions will be related to state. Because the problem with web application is they are stateless. How to carry data from one component to another, how to carry from parent to child, child to parent, how to maintain a context memory, local state, what is difference between local storage, session storage, cookies. These are the major question. Means out of 100, 60, 70% questions in interview will be state, related to state management. So you should practice all what you learn. Now, I told you at large scale, maintain application state. Instead of using use reducer, we use Redux. We can use reducer. Already we used it. You go through the reducer concepts, because if you don't practice, you can't understand Redux. To understand and use Redux like library, first you should be able to practice reducer. If you know the reducer functionality, then only Redux is understandable. Otherwise you can't. Because use reducer is at small level and large scale level is what? Redux. And I told you reducer contains a cycle. What is that? Data is present in store. From store, data is accessed through state and it is displayed in UI. From UI, we will identify the actions and that updates data into the store again. So we can access the data globally from any location. Application state. And what is main advantage? Application state is not trackable. It is not predictable. It is uncertain in identifications. It is not easily debuggable. To make application state easy for developers means they designed one library, Redux. Redux is not for React. Redux is for all technologies that are using JavaScript. So Redux is not a part of React, it is a part of general JavaScript. Through Redux, what you can do using Redux toolkit, you can easily debug the state. Debugging state is a difficult thing. For that, they designed tools. They inbuilt created the environment in such a way that developer can easily predict the state. He can observe the state. He knows what is stored in memory. He can manage the content in memory. To make the state easily predictable, easily debuggable for developer, the library like Redux is important. This is not going to make any difference to user. For user, application state can be maintained in any way. But through Redux, if we maintain, it will provide better tools so that developers can easily handle the state. Earlier, it is a difficult thing. Now we have some tools for that so that we can easily manage. So now what we are going to do, we are going to implement this functionality using Redux. That means we are going to implement the functionality with Redux. React and Redux we are going to do. So, and remember, if you don't practice reducer, you can't understand. You have to practice reducer concept first. Go through the topic of reducer, what we learned. Otherwise, it is difficult. Because reducers, large scale is Redux. So, what is Redux? Actually, Redux is a JavaScript library. Is a JavaScript library. So it is used to configure and maintain global. So you can say global application memory for JavaScript based applications. It is used to configure and maintain global application memory for JavaScript based applications. So it is a large scale version of application memory when compared to use reducer in React. It is predictable and debuggable. It is predictable and debuggable. So it provides a complete toolkit for developers to manage application state. A complete toolkit for developers to manage application state. So Redux can be used with Angular, React, Vue, and all JavaScript apps. Everywhere we can use it. So Redux is not part of React. Actually, it is a part of JavaScript. It is JavaScript concept. So only JavaScript also can use Redux. Redux is not a topic of React. It is a general topic of web. And for JavaScript applications, it maintains state, global state. So here, we know Redux components. What are those major components of Redux? One is store, another one is state, another one is reducer. Store, state, and reducer are the primary things. But in Redux toolkit, some more are present. The primary components are store, state, and reducer. What is that? I explained a cycle. Store is the location where data is kept. Data from store collected and displayed in the UI by using state. Whatever changes happening in the UI, those changes are identified, actions are identified. When the value is being changed, what value is being changed, it is identified by reducer. And reducer updates again data into the store. I given one cycle of Redux store. So generally, store is the location where data is kept. State can access data from store and update to UI. Reducer comprises of actions. Actions required to update data in store. So I think where I showed you, I have a diagram uploaded. Na? In our classroom, I uploaded a diagram of reducer also. I think this one I uploaded. This diagram I uploaded. I uploaded this diagram. I explained this in the concept of what? Reducer. Use reducer. Same thing you are implementing, only the point is large scale. Right? That's the reason you have to check once your reducer concepts. So store is global. From the store, data is accessed through state. It is updated in UI. In the UI, we identify what actions are performed. Any changes are happened. Those we update into the store. And this is watched everywhere. Everyone can see it. User 1, user 2. Because data is maintained globally, you can access from anywhere. Here we are not using for multiple users. We are using for the same user. Until he sign out, we can maintain his data. We can maintain the data and we can use the data. So now these are the main components we need. But when you are using Redux individually at a large scale, this is reduxjs.org. This is the official website of Redux. So it is a JavaScript library for predictable, maintainable global state. And the key point, it is predictable, it is centralized, it is debuggable, and it is flexible. These are major things what they do. Remember, this is not which is going to make any difference to user. This is for developer. That means user doesn't care about what you are using. Finally, he needs a functionality. What you are using and using Redux or without using Redux, it is not going to affect performance. That is the reason many real world high level developers are not very interested in using this Redux everywhere. Many people are very excited about Redux, but generally people who are good developers and know a lot about state management and all, usually in many places they don't prefer using Redux. You people, because you don't know much technology, you are freshers, you are very excited about Redux, right? But already I told you, React has a lot of issues. So in various situations, we have simple alternatives. We don't want to depend on large concepts every time. We have simple alternatives, we will maintain them. We don't prefer these every time, right? So because people who are learning React, they are very excited because they don't know the concept. That's the reason. However, this is very important in some applications. They primarily use it. But it is not great every time. It also has certain issues. That's the reason React have inbuilt designed a hook called reducer. If Redux is good everywhere, it is very good with in performance everywhere, then why React have to design similar in React have designed a similar reducer concept at a small scale? Means this becomes very heavy on application every time. And every time we don't need that. That's the reason we go with combination. Sometimes we use only reducer, sometimes we use this Redux store. Depends on scale. Now, the point is, how do we set up this and how to use this concept in our project? So, how do we set up Redux for project? So, what you have to do is, the process I will show you, later we will implement that. First, install Redux toolkit with React support. Because Redux is not only for React, it is for all technologies. So you have to install Redux toolkit with React support also. So for that, what we have to do is we have to set up this one. This command we have to do. For React, we need to add one more thing extra. So this is install Redux toolkit. And for React, we have to set up React Redux. These two things we need to do. I will give in one line, npm install and React Redux. These two things you have to do. Because for React, separate React plugin is required. For Angular plugin is required. For Vue plugin is required. Separate plugins are required. So we have to install the Redux toolkit for your project. And actually, this is only Redux toolkit, but Redux must be used with React. So we have to add this React Redux. So because later Angular people use Angular Redux, Vue Redux like plugins, they have separate here. So this is installing Redux library. That means I will show you here. Okay, so I will add a new terminal. So npm install Redux JS toolkit and React Redux and save. We are downloading and installing Redux toolkit. Okay. After that, how to use this? That means how we can set up and use this. Because when we learned reducer, what we done? reducer have a initial state. Reducer have a reducer function. Reducer function have state and actions. No? Reducer, remember? No. Right? Reducer order, remembered what we learned? Reducer contains initial state. Reducer contains reducer function. I told you that use reducer is to use a reducer, but first we have to create a reducer. How to create a reducer? Reducer is created as a function. We have a initial state. We have a reducer function. Use reducer will use the initial state and reducer function. Once check, because you can't understand Redux without that. You have to check that reducer concept, what we learned. So first what we have in large scale applications, what we do is we maintain everything in separate files. We maintain everything in separate files. So in generally toolkit, what we do is Redux toolkit provides slicer, reducer, slicer, and actually store. Reducer. Toolkit provides slicer, store, reducer, initial state. So many things it provides internally. So we have a slicer, we have a store, we have a reducer, we have initial state. All these are provided by Redux Toolkit. Now, at large scale, we use them and implement. Actually, what you have to do is create a new slicer. Actually, what is this slicer? Slicer configures the initial data to store in global memory. Actually, it initializes the global memory. It uses initial state. So you can create by using create slice method. It also defines the actions to perform. That means initial state, what actions to perform, everything is defined inside a slicer. So a slicer defines what is the initial data you want to store in memory. And slicer also contains actions. Actions means actions define when to update the data. That means what is the purpose of actions? Actions are required to update the data in global memory. In global memory, what is the data available? To update it, we need actions. So you need to configure a slicer. Syntax I will give first, later we will implement. Let initial state. I need to maintain details. What are the details? I want to store the videos in my list so that I can watch later. Anywhere in OTT platforms, everywhere you will see add to my list some videos. What every OTT platform have that in Netflix or anywhere. Video you want to watch later, add to my list. You can do that. So here we need videos that is an array. It should contain collection of videos and I will give videos count. Videos count. Videos count is a number. How many videos are present in my list and what videos are present in my list. Those we can do. That is initial state. And what we have to do is constant. We have to create video slice is equal to create slice. Create slice is a method. In this slice, we have to define name. Name is video. That is the slice name. And we need to configure initial state. What is the data to handle? We have to define the reducers. Reducers is an object. It will contain actions. What actions you want? You need to define the actions. What are the action? We have to say add to list. That is an action. What is it? Add to action is a function. What is this add to list? Add to list is a function. It will define certain functionality. Now what add to list have to do? This add to list have to get the payload. It should get the payload. Okay. After getting the payload, it should push the payload into videos. Videos dot what? Push the payload. Am I right? It should push the payload into that. Means as of now, in our example, we have to do that. That means when I click add to list, what should happen? When I click add to list, it should collect the current video. After collecting the current video, that video must be pushed into this list. It should be pushed into the list. Right? So that means it should collect the video and it should add the video into the list. That list is present inside initial state. That means it will send that to initial state. In initial state, that video will be stored. How to get the length? Videos count. Videos count is nothing but videos dot length. Videos dot length will get the videos count and it will store it. What data to store? When it should be updated, everything is defined in a slicer. Actually, for this, we create a separate file called video slicer.tsx. Because currently we are using TypeScript. If it is JavaScript, it is JSX. Video slicer separate file. Maintain all the slicers in separate location. So that means it will maintain the file in a separate location. Now next what we have to do, whatever videos are there, we have to collect them and use them in our project. That means what we have to do. So later we will do this. So we have to export. Export what? So video slice dot what? We have to export the actions. So we have to export actions means this action is exported. Which action? Add to list. So that I can use it from any UI. From any user interface, I can use this action. To do that, we have to export that particular action. I will show in example I will implement. Just I am explaining syntax first. What is the process? We create a slicer. In that we will maintain all the data and actions. Now how to access this and use it? That means what we have to do is, so configure a store from Redux toolkit. you have to configure a store. So it requires configure store method. It requires a configure store method. It can create a store at application level. It can get data from your reducer and update into store. That's what it will do. It can get data from reducer and update into the store. Store is provided global so that you can access from any component. From any component you can access. Actually, what we have to do is syntactically import configure store from actually, so React Redux, you have to get that. Actually, it will come from not React Redux. This comes from Redux toolkit. You have to get that. Now we need to configure store and we have to define the store. So configure the store, we need to define configure store. And here we need to define, specify the reducers. I will show you how to all these things. One more thing we have to do is go to main.tsx and set provider for, we have to set provider for store. If you set the provider, now you can access and use it. So actually syntax only I will give. I will show this implementation. So provider uses a store. It is coming from store. And here your app should be here. So that in your app, any component can access that store and use it. Whatever the store is defined. Actually, this is defined in store.tsx, separate file. We have two files, slicer.tsx, another one store.tsx. I will show this complete implementation. But before that, you should go through all your Redux one more time. Right? How Redux works, example I showed you. Now, if we implement this, I will show you how debugging works. That means how developer can see state, how developer can see what action is performed, how developer can see what is previous value, what is current value, how developer can see where which event is updating the store. Everything developer can track. For that, we have separate debugging tool. You can use the debugging tool. That we'll see tomorrow. In tomorrow's session, I will implement this into our project. So then we will finish the project. And two more topics are there, deployment and testing. With that, we will finish all the concept of React, right? So mostly by this weekend itself, we will finish all the concept, right? So then after that, interview questions, resume formats, everything I will upload into Classroom. So all interview questions, resume formats, everything I will upload into that. Okay. And one separate doubt session also I will take. So for people who have doubts in all the projects we learned. Right. Then mostly by this weekend we will finish the class. Right. And tomorrow I will show this store implementation. Tomorrow I will give you one more project. That project completely you have to do. I will just explain. I will give you the complete documentation. You have to design. Then you will have 3 projects idea on React. In that project, that is a shopping application, ERP. How a shopping website works, a small application is already designed. I will share the code with you. You have to implement it step by step. Okay. Then tomorrow we'll continue. We'll see how to use this Redux. Okay.